Hi, I'm Malcolm.
And I'm Rachel. We're two Canadians living on our 39-foot mainship trawler, living an adventure of a lifetime. We invite you to follow along as we travel 6,000 miles through Canadian and U.S. waterways around America's Great Loop. We're preparing to leave our anchorage here at Swallow Bluff Island, and the sunrise is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Hope you have a great day. Approaching the Pickwick Lock and Dam, and that takes us through to Pickwick Lake. It's our only lock for today, and we're hoping to anchor on the other side of the lock, somewhere in a bay along Pickwick Lake. This lock has two chambers, so they can put through two tows at once, or pleasure craft in one and tows in another, and so it makes for a very efficient lock. proceeding into the lock. We just saw the green light, and then the lockmaster did a big honk of his horn, so now we know it's time to go in. Go a long way up. Not sure how far up it is. Through Pickwick Lock, and we are in Pickwick Lake now. Some really large houses on some of the shorelines here. The trees are beautiful here as well. It doesn't look like it floods here as much as it does in other waterways, so that's good for those houses, I guess. And we are headed a little farther down the lake. We're going to go past the turnoff to go south to Mobile, where we'll turn later, and continue along the Tennessee River waterway towards Chattanooga. But tonight we do have some weather coming in, and we can see it's clouded over now. You can still see a bit of blue sky behind me here, but it actually has clouded over at the front of the boat where we are headed, and we're expecting a bit of rain. So we had originally thought we'd go to the Pickwick State, it's called Pickwick Landing State Park, which is right beside the dam. We've actually passed it already, but we have since decided to go to an anchorage because the rain amount is not as much as first forecast. So we're not really too concerned about the rain. It's just being tucked away in a safe spot. So we found a bay. I think it's called Indian River. It's a little bit deeper bay. Apparently a few houses there, and I think maybe even a marina in there, or at least a boat ramp. But it should be away from the wind, a little bit protected where we can anchor and hopefully weather this rain. I don't think it's an actual storm. I think it's just a bit of rain. So we'll carry on towards Chattanooga either tomorrow or the next day, and continuing showing you this part of the United States. It's very pretty this time of year.
bridge today. Today has been a good day. We've left our anchorage early this morning, so we got up right at the crack of dawn. Smooth sailing. We were traveling with two other vessels today, two loopers. So we had to get to the Pickwick Dam, and we all made it there, made it up the dam, and now we're out into Pickwick Lake. And Pickwick Lake is quite a big lake. I didn't expect it to be quite this big. But finally we're up to a faster speed. For about 7.5 knots, which is a lot better than what we were doing in the river. We had quite a current against us, so in some points we were down to 5.9 knots, even though we were at a cruising RPM of 7.5. So that was unexpected, but we are where we are. So we're looking to get perhaps a little bit of rain today. So we're already looking to conserve a bit of our solar power, and then we're going to anchor out tonight. In, I can't remember the actual place that we're anchoring, but it's on Active Captain. We'll update you later as to where that is. But I think that's it for today, and for me, this is a report from the bridge.
So we're on the Tennessee River, and I guess this is considered Pickwick Lake, but it really turns into a river eventually. On our port side is Alabama State, and on the starboard side is Mississippi State. That boat there just went into a little inlet here, which is fairly protected from the main river, and we're going to do the same in a different inlet. So we saw him go in. It looks like he kind of disappeared in the trees. We're just going a little bit farther south to an inlet called Indian Creek. Apparently it has a little marina on one end, and it's a bit deeper, so we thought we'd try that one and see how that is. I think it's a bit wider as well, so there may already be some boats in there. We'll go and have a look. We've already had a few spots of rain, but it's just a small rain cloud passing over. The bulk of the rain that we'll be getting will be this evening, probably more 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And it's less than originally forecast, but enough that we want to be kind of settled in place and anchored securely before it comes in. Just took my sunglasses off. Don't really need those now that it's getting a bit darker, so I can see a little better. We are entering Indian Creek, and on either side of this creek, it's quite a wide bay. It is J.P. Coleman State Park land, so they're just basically trees everywhere. I think I saw one or two buildings, but other than that, it's going to be very nice and quiet, I think. I don't see any other boats here, and Malcolm is taking us in, watching very carefully the maps and the depths. And we're going to go quite far in and see if we can set an anchor. We've arrived at our destination for today, and it's so peaceful and calm here. Very, very quiet. All I can hear is a few fish jumping, one or two boats going by off in the distance, but mostly just peace and quiet. It's a pretty wet day today, and we decided to stay at anchor for another night here in this bay. and just get a few things done, you know, video-wise and trip planning, that sort of thing. And we thought the rain was actually going to abate a little bit this afternoon, but seems to be starting up again. It's a very heavy cloud cover right now, so the solar is struggling to keep up, and we'll probably put the generator on to just top up some of our electronics. How's it going, being in the boat on this rainy day?
Well, one of the struggles that every boater has, maybe not so much loopers, but we have over the last little while, is we've been, I think, for almost 5 days on the boat, and we're used to getting out and walking and every morning and getting some physical activity. And when you're on a boat, you can go up and down the stairs and you can, you know, do your deep lunges or whatever it is, but it's not the same as going out for a walk. So I am looking forward to getting to a dock, and the first thing I'm going to do, well, maybe the second thing I'm going to do, is I am going to go for a nice long walk, explore the town, and then have a nice rest afterwards. But it'll be nice to get off the boat for a bit.
So it's been interesting being on the boat for so long, and today with the rain, we have felt a little closed in. I agree with you. What about our power situation?
The power situation has not been great today. It's been thick, dense cloud, and
Yeah.
at this time of year, the sun isn't all that strong. So it comes really late in the day out of the east, and then when it's overhead, it was just raining and foggy and not nice. So we did revert to starting the generator. Thank goodness I did that maintenance before, so I had a level of confidence it was going to go. And we ran it for a couple of hours to charge everything up in the morning. As it turns out, there's been enough solar to run certain things today, but I'm going to run the Jenny again, which most boaters do, actually. They run it about 3 hours in the morning and 3 hours at night. We're going to break down. We're going to run it again tonight and just make sure everything's topped off so that we don't have anything to worry about.
Do boaters really run 3 hours in the morning? I thought it was like an hour in the morning, an hour at night.
No, some of it depends on the boat. And we were talking to one boater in one of our anchorages. He ran it 4 hours in the morning, and he ran it about 4 hours at night.
That was a big boat, though.
It's a big boat, but it's all relative.
Yeah. But anyway, I've been doing videos while we've been at anchor here, which has been great. But it's kind of a power sucker, and I have to keep saying to Malcolm, "Can I plug my computer in?" Because we're being very careful how much we use.
I always try and preserve the amount that's in the lithium, the Blue Eddy. Because we use that for a number of things once we shut down for the night. So we can use that for lights, we can use it for cooking. And that power-hungry Mac that Rachel has is, it's unforgiving. It just continually eats power.
I think it's for the when I'm running that particular software, the iMovie, and with all the, music and the images and everything, it takes a lot of effort for it to do its thing, I think. I don't know.
It does.
I'm making excuses for my little Mac. He does a lot. The Mac does a lot of good things for me. Produces all these videos.
It does. It does.
And I'm not like just only saying that Macs are great. I like PCs too, but this particular software makes it easy for me to produce these videos because I'm definitely not a videographer.
And we all like these videos.
We like the videos, yeah.
So it's hard for me to say don't plug it in. But the irony is today it's right now about 5 o'clock, just after.
Yeah.
And the sun's come out.
It got excited. And it did say that in the weather, 5 o'clock, the sun was coming out. And I thought, well, and then at 6 o'clock, it's going to set.
So here we are. We've had a gloomy day all day. And let's be honest, there are days you're going to get stuck on the boat. I mean, we're not going to go out in the dinghy when it's pouring rain. It just doesn't make sense. But now we have something to look forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to go off to a marina in Florence.
Yeah.
So that will be great. And it's supposed to be a little bit gloomy tomorrow, but we won't care either way.
It won't be raining.
No,
so
the rain's
it'll be easier
to
get out. And not that we don't like the rain, it's just easier to get out. And actually, it's different now because, of course, in the summer we used to these really long days, especially up in Canada, farther north, you get really long days in the summer. And we're definitely noticing a change in the length of days. The sun is lower in the sky. And as we're traveling south, the sun is like in our eyes almost. It's that low in the sky. So it's really different.
It is. The other thing that's different about this time of year, there's nobody around.
There's
Like,
nobody. Yeah.
everybody goes to the marinas. So
Yeah.
we are in a huge bay that could take many, many, many boats.
There's nobody else here.
Nobody here.
I think we saw a fishing boat. That's it.
Yeah, it's great holding.
Yeah.
Our neighbors, the pelicans, are quiet, so no one's making any noise.
I was trying to take pictures of them through the binoculars, somewhat successfully, but they're kind of cool.
They are. So we're sitting here in this, basically this painting of trees, because it's really nice as far as their colors.
All the colors, yeah.
And no wind, no waves, which is, as you know, that's our great thing.
And it was quiet last night.
It was very quiet last night. So, you know what? Yeah, we're stuck on the boat. There's worse places to be. Tomorrow, it will be a better day. We don't have a really long run tomorrow, and we've got a marina to go to. So I'm debating we launch the dinghy in the morning and we do a little exploring before we leave.
Yeah, I'd like
just
to go
so we
and
can
have a look around the bay.
Yeah, there's actually some state parks around here too, so maybe we can get onto shore and do a little bit of walking around.
Yeah.
So I think we every boating trip has rain that comes into it. As it turns out, one day of rain and then you look at the forecast and there's like 14 days of sun. So
no, not complaining
complain.
at all. Not
Can't
at all.
complain.
And they really need the rain here.
Yeah.
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 Just
So-
certain parts of the continent have not had much rain, and this is one of them.
Yeah, so it'll keep the water levels up. I mean, I'm sure many of you have seen the Mississippi, and
That's the news on the Mississippi River.
it's just devastating what's happened to that river.
Yeah.
When we came down it was bad, but we saw pictures of fellow loopers who have come down since, and it was even worse than what we'd seen.
Yeah.
There were some anchorages there that they
Completely
really need
unusable.
water.
Yeah.
Really need
Yeah.
water. So let's hope that they get a little bit of rain, not a flood, but a little bit of rain to fill those rivers up again. Here, it seems pretty good. I mean, the Kentucky Dam or TVA.
Pickwick Lake, I guess we're in.
Yeah, they're really maintaining it. I mean, we've noticed instead of houses being built way up in the air on columns, here they seem to build them pretty close to the shoreline, which to me would indicate that there's not really a flood risk because of all those dams that they have to control it. But yeah, here's great. It's strange. You only have to come 150 miles, 200 miles, and there's quite a difference in the levels of water. But I guess that's how they manage it.
Yeah.
But on tomorrow, let's get off to an anchorage.
Yeah.
A marina. We'll do a bit of walking around. We'll take you with us, and you'll see as we see it.